Okay, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I'm a terrible person. I said that I was going to go to sleep. I think I'm going to do one more. Why? Because I want to make posts that maybe, just maybe, people will interact with. So, I want to talk about some bands that I currently like to listen to. I found this one band literally by happenstance, and I have tried to turn as many people onto them as possible because I know that they are a band that like is literally trying to go out and play out as many places as they can. They're not signed. They freaking should be. They're awesome. Alborn, Alborn. They do some crazy stuff that like I never heard anything like it. I really like it. They have like hard rock and they throw in banjos and stuff. Like it's crazy. Really enjoy them though. So if you have not, I highly suggest, if you like rock genre, to check out Alborn. They're really cool. I personally, I go through phases, if you will. I literally listen from everything like old classic rock, rap, hip hop, southern rock. I don't know if y'all, like most people probably didn't even notice, but the shirt that I was wearing first thing this morning when I videoed, it's a band called Ginger. They're so, like, first off, musically amazing. And then their vocalist can sing very beautifully. And then she can flip the switch like that and scream harder than 90% of the guys out there. Like, I literally, when I first heard them, I thought there was two singers. The chick that sang clean and the guy that growled and stuff. It's not. It's the same person. It's not even right. I'm pretty sure she's possessed. It's the only thing that makes sense. So yeah, there's Ginger. You can always check them out. Again, if you like that sort of thing. I'm actually a huge, and look, I'm not going to talk about like the Clutches, right? Everyone knows Clutch. They're amazing. If you don't know Clutch, where have you been living? Under a rock? I want to talk about other bands that maybe you haven't heard about. Some of the bands that I might say, you're like, oh, everyone should know that. Not everyone does, just so you know. Anyway, another band that I'm pretty hip on and I like listening to is Rival Sons. I think they're pretty good. They're like a southern bluesy feel, in my opinion. But then we can flip it up and just like, there's just so much good music. I'm gonna actually have to look at my phone because some of it I know that I loaded, and I don't even know like to say by name what the artist name is, which is probably pretty bad. I just usually put it on iTunes and let it rotate through what I got going on. Um, Red Clay Strays. Oh my gosh. So whoever watches the show Landman, Red Clay Strays are actually played quite a bit on Landman. And I was watching Landman with my father and one of his friends, and he made the comment. My father's friend had made the comment about, it's actually a pretty good song for something they wrote, someone wrote just for the show. And I was like, oh no, that's a real band. They really like that's just one of their songs. So if you haven't heard Red Clay Strays, they're really good. They're kind of religious. I listened to a interview from them, and they're actually highly religious. Um, which they're not like Bible thumper, but like their music is notch. There's a band, and I haven't really listened to a whole lot of their stuff, but I have listened to a couple of their songs. The Intruder 424. It's not too bad. Give them a check out. Um, we can go old school with stuff too. Music. Just what are you listening to at the moment? Like, what's caught your fancy? What are you jamming out to? Have you found any new bands? Anything new? Anything that maybe isn't super mainstream and shoved down our throats all the time? What do you think? I will do a special mention. They're not really together anymore, but you still can find their stuff on Apple Music. And they are one of my favorite bands, not just favorite local band, even though they were a local band. They're a band called Groove Pipe. And yes, I'm obsessed with Groove Pipe, always have been. They were the band that the first time I seen them live, because they were also a local band and I was in local bands, that was pretty much the moment that I knew that there was never a chance, like not even a little sliver, that any project that I was doing at the time was ever going to quote unquote make it. Because if these guys didn't make it, it didn't make sense to me at all. So yeah, there's that. Check them out, Groove Pipe. But let me know, what are you listening to? Give me some new stuff, something that maybe not everyone already knows about. You know, turn some people on to some new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. What are you listening to right now? Let's talk about it.